what does the taste of Puerto Rico, what does it mean to you? Like, what does it mean to you being here today?
I just came here to eat some food.
To eat? Are you so-called Puerto Rican, or what do you identify with?
Puerto Riqueño.
Puerto Rican, okay. So what are some of the things that happened to the land of Puerto Rico during colonization?
There was a rape.
Okay. So we want to show you that history is actually biblical. Because the whole time we've been thinking what? That this is a religious book, that this is a book brought to us by the conquistadores, written by them. Some of us thought that, right? But watch this. Let me show you that. What you just said is in the Bible real quick. Get that, Deuteronomy 28 and 30. We want to bring this history out because a lot of times we come to events, you know, whether it be Juneteenth, whether it be powwows, whether it be different Latin festivals, and we come to enjoy and somehow escape from the reality that's going on to our people in a way. Because it's good food, it's music, it's dance. You know what I'm saying? We're not against that. But it's a reality that we have to face that's going on with our people. You understand? It's a history that we have that's rich, right? So bring that out, 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So this is Moses speaking to who? Have you ever read the Bible at all a little bit, or?
I don't know much.
So this is Moses speaking to the Israelites, right? You heard of Moses leading the Israelites up out of Egypt? Yeah. This is Moses speaking to the Israelites, right? He said, if we don't hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, which is this Bible, right? Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
So it says, we don't listen to the commandments of God, which I'm telling you today. Go ahead.
That all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
Would you say what happened to Puerto Rico is a blessing, or was it a curse? What's the rate? What would you say? If somebody come to your land and lay down with your wife, put you in slavery, what would you say that is?
It's a curse, yeah.
It's a curse, right? So watch this, watch this. Finish that off.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So it said if the children of Israel didn't keep God's commandments, curses would come upon them only. And we would use these curses in the last days to identify who the Israelites are. You understand that? So watch this real quick, because you said the conquistadors came and they raped our women, right? That's true. That's history, right? Watch this. That's it. Watch this, bro. Read.
Verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife.
So this is one of the curses that will happen to who? Huh? The indigenous people. That's what they call it. Right, that's what we're called recently, but biblically this will happen to who? Who was Moses speaking to? The children of Israel. That's what we've been separated from as Tainos. You understand? As Latinos. This is the history we've been separated from because we ain't been knowing that this is our book the whole time. So watch this, read.
Verse 30, thou shalt betroth a wife.
It says you will betroth a wife, you will get a wife.
And another man shall lie with her.
What other man laid down with the so-called Taino women? The Spanish. That's biblical. That's a curse. That's a curse because we broke God's commandments. What? Read.
Thou shalt build an house.
Thou shalt build an house.
And thou shalt not dwell therein.
So what's that going into, Jose? You shall build a house, but you will not dwell therein. Right, but how were the so-called Tainos building houses but not dwelling in them? I'm gonna give you a hint. I'm gonna give you a hint. When they came over to conquer Puerto Rico, they put the natives, they put our ancestors to mine gold. And what do we have to do with that gold? Did we keep it for ourselves and we had to bring it to who? We had to bring it right back to them as they took ownership of the land, right? So read that.
Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard.
We shall plant a vineyard. And we shall work the sugar fields. We shall mine for gold, Go ahead.
and shall not gather the grapes thereof.
We shall not reap the benefits of what we're working. And that's still today too, right? Puerto Rico, do you know what Puerto Rico means? Rich port. You got some you got some wisdom on the history, bro. So why would it be called a rich port? It had a lot of fruits. It had a lot of natural resources. But let me ask you something, 33. What condition are the people in Puerto Rico living in?
Bring it out. Bad, man. We're poor, yeah.
You said bad, poor, right?
Yeah, well, some.
The natives, the indigenous.
Well, some are, some not. So you know, we got locals that are rich, you know, and they control the island, you know. There's still like everywhere else. There's families that control the island.
Yeah.
Or natives, you know.
And watch this. A lot of times when you go back into when you trace who is running things on the island, guess who it always goes back to?
Teach.
If you trace who's really running things, it always goes back to the Spaniards.
Bring it out.
It always goes back to the Spaniards because that's who took control of Puerto Rico. That's who seized the land. That's who forced us to slave, you understand, and bring all of the wealth to them. How you doing, my brother? Hey, you come close, bro. If you want to, you come close, bro. So watch this. So we talking about the fruit of the land, right? Because do you know what Puerto Rico means? Huh?
What does it mean?
Do you know, bro?
I don't know what it
So it goes into rich port, right?
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
You heard that before?
Yeah, I was just telling you the other day.
Yeah. So why would when the conquistadors got here, why would they call Puerto Rico a rich port? I know me and Jose's been going over it, but what you say, bro?
I'm not sure.
If they got here and they said, "Dang, this is a rich port," it's because Puerto Rico is a wealthy land, right? In crops, in resources, in gold, in silver, right?
Yeah.
So they got there and said, "Hey, we're gonna call this Puerto Rico," and guess what? It's ours now, right? So we showing our brother Jose.
Oh, we went from Puerto to Rico, from Puerto to rich.
There you go, Puerto Rico rich, right? So watch this real quick. Go ahead.
Verse 33. The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
That nation that we knew not is the so-called Spanish, the so-called English, the so-called French. You understand? They got to Puerto Rico, they saw the resources, they saw how the natives was living in Puerto Rico, and they took it. You understand? They took it. They forced our people to work and gather all of the resources and give it right back to them. And what are we reading? We're reading the Bible. Our history is in the Bible. Black man, Latin man, Puerto Rico woman. Our history is in the Bible. Read that again.
The fruit of thy land.
The fruit of Puerto Rico still to this day. The fruit of Puerto Rico still to this day is a wealthy land. But the so-called natives are living bad. What you say, Trump is dropping paper towels to mock the people in Puerto Rico.
Bring it out.
But it's a rich land. Something's off, something don't make sense, right? Read that.
The fruit of thy land and all thy labors.
And all thy labors
Shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
Why would it say a nation which thou knowest not is going to eat up our resources? Because let me ask y'all something. Did we know? Did the natives here? Did the natives in Puerto Rico know the Spaniards? Did we know them? Were we familiar with Spain? Were we familiar with England? With the British when we was dwelling on this side of the land? We didn't know them. Guess what? We also didn't know. We didn't know Spanish. We didn't know. We didn't know their culture. Guess what else we didn't know? We didn't know this. This was brought to us too. You understand? This is the image of the beast.
Right.
This is religion.
Right.
We're trying to show our people that this is our book, but it has nothing to do with the religion that we were given.
That's right.
When they colonized us, when they stole the fruit of our land.
What club was that at?
Admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
With the Zulu nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just don't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord. His word